Good morning, it is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 20 minutes, so let's see what happens. All right, SVRA looks like it wants to get up over 4. So we're going to watch it closely here. Ooh, wow, that was a quick break of 4. I thought there would be a whole lot more sellers at 4 holding it down. So I was right that I was going over 4, but a little too slow on the entry. But maybe this will be an opportunity to pull back. Market opens up not for another 18 minutes. So that's why I'm being a little bit more hesitant here, because I know that on the open there's going to be just that much more volume. Granted, I'm going to think that this thing's already got 4.5 million shares traded. Like I said, I don't want to chase the price, so I'd feel much better with a pullback. So we'll see if I can get that or not. I'll keep you updated. All right, the markets are open, and SVRA starting quite strong and leaving me in its dust. Well, I do have an order at 370 to buy a pullback, so we'll see if anything like that occurs. But I'm going to hop over here to WVE. A very big gap down here. So I'd like to see this one move up a little bit more and then start to potentially roll over. Although this volume currently is leaving a lot to be desired. Yeah, not much volume at all. So I'm going to hop back over here to SVRA because, yeah, as you just saw, that one not moving very solid. But yeah, I'd love to see some sort of bigger pullback here. So let's see if this thing does want to pull back here a little bit. Looking about 475 would be a key break if this thing wants to have a chance up there at 5. Which I think it does. So I'm going to hop in here at 468. Like I said, I think this thing wants to get up there to near the $5 area. Again, I'm in at 468. So there's the move. Oh, come on. So I have 103 shares left. So I'm just going to hop out there for 226 first trade. I like the way it was moving, but then it started to show weakness, so I tried to get out, which was right because it showed so much weakness that I couldn't even get the full 1,500 shares out. I had to ultimately, settle for the what was that? The last 103 had to sell at 460. So right there, that final 103, which just illustrates the weakness that I was seeing. So feel very good about getting out, but still interesting up around the 475-ish, $5 range. But even more interesting if this thing could break down below 4. Would love to see a breakdown through 4. Not sure if I'm going to get it, but either way, starting, let's see, it's within the first 2 minutes, already up 226, so I'll take it. Little update here on WVE. It did ultimately go down, but just didn't act the way I wanted to see it act. Like I said, did not bounce up that as when we were watching it. It seemed like volume was really weak. So yeah, in hindsight, should have just got short right then and there, but that is hindsight. Ultimately did, like I said, work out with my overall idea that it would go lower. But like I said, overall ideas aren't good enough. You have to have a little bit more details than that. And, well, I need to stop talking. What's going on here with MAXR? Very nice. Somebody else already alerted into the room. So let's go up to 1745 for a potential short. I missed the breakout there at 1640. We didn't, like I said, I didn't even see this one. This was alerted by another member. Roku blood here. What's going on with Roku? So you do hear typing. That's just me making alerts to the chat room that I do offer if you're not familiar in a private community. So Roku. Let's go back to MAXR here. Again, I have, in order to go short, 1,500 shares at 17.45. So first key break is going to be, the $17 round number. So there's the break. Oh, Disney getting hammered here. Let me. Well, that was a pretty weak break of 17. All right, I will go ahead and pause for the time being. Update here on SVRA. So again, very, very happy with my decision to hop out when I sensed the weakness. And also on that note, that is where level 2 is very, very important. I did not sense the weakness via the chart. I sensed the weakness via the level 2. So as a trader, especially more so day traders and those, if you're trading small caps, penny stocks, stuff like that, level 2s, very, very important tool. You must know how, you have to know how to use them. You need to know what to look for, how they work, and all that. And for time's sake, I don't have time to get into all that. But that's where I made the decision. That's how I was noticing what was going on here again with level 2s, all this stuff over here, and as has proven to be the case. Now, granted, this is still MAXR we're looking at, so I'll bring up SVIR. So that is what I was looking at, and it has proven to be. It led me in the right direction for sure, because since then, all this has done is drifted downward. No, I'm not saying this thing can't make a recovery. My point is from, why did I bail out before, up around the $5 mark? Well, just based on the stuff that I was seeing with the level 2. So again, level 2 is a tool that you have to learn how to use. I have an order at 133.75 here. Well, I was wanting a little bit more of a violent breakdown. So I'll go to 133.55 instead. So 133.55. Let's see if Roku can work its way down there. And again, another little update here on SVRA. The bleed and pullback has continued. Now down below $4. So like I said, I'm not patting myself on the back by any means. If you've watched plenty of my other live trade videos, you know that I've made plenty of mistakes. But in this situation, not patting myself on the back, but just trying to really illustrate that, yes, level 2s, a tool that you must understand and know how to use. Okay, I have an order at 132.55 here. And once again, it's hesitating. Let's go to 132.25. So I want to see a break of 132.50, see some stop losses taken out, and then have it move very quickly down to fill me. That first key break is going to be 132.50. And as of right now, not looking like it wants to play ball. And I'm going to go ahead and get short 500 shares here at 134. Let's see if it wants to bounce. So I'm in. And let's see. Risking it. Wait a second. Oh, 100. How did I get? Well, I guess I'll go with 100 then. That was supposed to be more than that, but I'll just let this work for me here. Stop loss in at 134.51. So yeah, I was supposed to be risking right around $250 on this one. But, well, my risk is going to be even lower now, given that it's heading in my direction, as I suspected it would. So still might be a losing trade, but now risking right around $26. So like I said, I believe this thing wants to roll back over some more, but yeah, I definitely could be wrong. And if I am, then I will wave the white flag. But yeah, definitely was supposed to have more than 100 shares short right now. But in fact, yeah, I shouldn't even be fooling around with this. So My order's down there at 133.72 now. So if it wants to go in my favor, I'll take it. But if not, I'm just going to lock in the gain here. So yeah, let's see if this thing wants to pull back some more. And not going to lie, this one stings, because it's definitely going in my favor. Should have 500 shares. So at this point, might as well see if it wants to break down through 133.50. All right, so out there. So $22. And there it goes. I would not have made my stop that tight had it been 500 shares, but like I said, I was just didn't want to fool around with it anymore with 100 shares. But yeah, had I had 500 shares, it definitely went in my favor and would be a winning trade. How big of a winning trade? Hard to say right now, but learning lesson there. Make sure to double check your order entry. So now that is back to the 500 shares instead of the 100 shares, but it is what it is. Well, I'm going to wrap things up here, but first, one of the questions I always get is, hey, Clay, how does this private community work? How does this chat room work? And to offer up some context that, literally occurred and you saw me actually screw up on was made this alert here to members of the community. And really the key number here to focus on is the time. So this was at 9:11 a.m. So before the market opened, but I mentioned $4 and above, and you saw me miss the purchase at $4 from way back at the start of the video. Hopefully you remember that, where I wasn't quite fast enough, and then the $4 break. So my point is that $4 was a very, and actually below, was a very realistic entry point for members of the community. But it's also one of those things where, it's not like it needed to be alerted right away, or it's not like I needed to buy first and then I made the alert. No, I made the alert and then you saw me totally screw things up, which, sometimes happen. I wasn't fast enough. I miscalculated just how fast I thought it could get through 4. But like I said, if you don't remember exactly how that played out, just scroll back in the video and you'll hear me explain what I was looking for. But I didn't necessarily get it, but other members did. And then you saw out of the gates, when the market did officially open up, went up as high as, well, how did it go? About 485. Did it really go up high? Nice. I didn't realize that. So it hit a high of 487. So I basically nailed the top to sell out at, where was that? Yeah, 485 right there. So again, not to pat myself on the back, but the power of level 2. So I didn't realize though that I got within 2 cents of the high. But that's how the chat room works. So that's kind of the first point that I wanted to bring up. And then the second point is, assuming you follow my live trade videos, then you know that, the last video I posted was me making $2,500 in, I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes. So now we are at 10:30 a.m., an hour into the day, and here I am sitting at $249. So as much as I wish I could sit here and say, oh yeah, every single morning within the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, I'm making thousands of dollars. That's just not how trading is. That's just not the reality of the matter. So sure, maybe this video wasn't as exciting as that previous video where I'm making, thousands of dollars in just a few minutes, but there's more to trading than excitement, right? And there is the real, there's the realism factor. There's the reality of trading, and the reality of trading, as kind of as much of a buzzkill as it is yeah, sometimes mornings like this happen where you just don't quite trade as well as you would like to have. Granted, I'm very pleased with that SVR trade and the level 2s, and as I've talked about that about a million times. But outside of that, you saw I just couldn't quite get filled. And then, of course, I wanted 500 shares. I did 100 shares. So, I mean, do I really want to post this video? Not really. I would much rather be posting a video here where I can sit here and say thousands of dollars again. But that's, like I said, that's just not the reality of trading. So if you want to be a day trader, if you want to make money online and, live the day trading lifestyle or however you're looking at it, please just realize that I get some people that they make things seem a certain way, but this is how they actually are. You can't always be a rock star trader every single morning. Every day is a new day, and every day needs to be treated as a new day. So just keep that in mind. So yes, I'm aware I screwed up some. This is not the most exciting video, but it's the fact of the matter. Sometimes mornings like this happen. So in a weird kind of way, I'm glad this happened. So now I can kind of post this video right after the video that I previously posted of, the couple $1,000 one. But like I said, things like this happen. It is what it is, and you just have to accept it. So thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you back for the next video. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.